Before I started recording, I was called a fat ass. But I bet that person won't say it again.
Fat ass.
Oh, okay. That's why next time you try to get into bed, I hope you step your big toe.
I haven't been sleeping in bed because I've been too tired, fat ass.
Oh.
That's it. Back it up. Podcast is over. Everybody, goodbye. Introduce yourselves and then say goodbye. Fuck you.
Darkway's back, guys. Hey.
You already know. Mr. Galactic here. About to make another channel. It's about to be great.
Oh, he is cross-promoted. All right.
I mean, you can do that here. It's just, what is going to be on your channel?
And that's going to be a regular gaming channel. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be lots of fun.
Also, I may need you to do a banner for me.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay. I'm not paying you, though, so fuck you. All right. Hey! I pay you all handsome salaries, okay?
Oh, okay.
With love. With love.
I was saying Monopoly money?
I wish I had Monopoly money. I'd be rich as shit.
I mean, we do got 2 Monopoly boards. That's okay.
All right.
Moving on. So, first topic of the day.
I'm not going to introduce myself?
You did.
I didn't say my name. And
go ahead and introduce yourself.
No. It's all right.
No. I insist.
Hello, everybody. I am Spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did change your name.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's your introduction?
That is my introduction. Oh, also, I will be starting to do some hilarious movie reviews with a certain somebody. He's obligated to do them.
Who's this?
Oh, Wildfang.
Oh.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are. Moving on.
Also, you're supposed to be doing articles on the website as well.
Yes, I want to have several jobs, but seeing as how my stuff is packed up,
we have to pack up. So
there's a website.
What?
Wait, y'all moving again?
God. Oh my God, you are a terrible boss. Your employees don't even know what's going on with the company.
I posted the link to the website in the group chat.
There's a website.
Hardly check.
Hey yo, Galactic.
Y'all moving again? What is going on?
Galactic, I will fuck you up. We are moving again, yes.
Oh, yes, I knew about that.
Yeah, and he knew about the fucking website.
Website?
I will kill you. I will kill you. But Darkwave, come on, man. It was it's to scroll up in the group chat, bro. Come on.
That's why I also put stuff in the text group chat.
I put it in the text group chat.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Sometimes I just kind of.
Also, ask for your email so you can have administrative access to the website. All of you have to follow the link to the email so you can have administrative access to the website so you can do what the fuck you want on it. Unless it's porn, then I will literally have to stop that.
Wait! I didn't get said email.
You're fucking serious. All right, I'm gonna do it again.
I'll give you my email. I'm not even gonna lie. I have the time.
This sounds less like a podcast and more like a meeting.
This is not all right.
We could have did a Zoom call.
Oh, all right. I apologize.
All right. The title of this podcast is not Zoom meeting. I
was gonna name it the Horseman, but whatever.
Okay, Horseman meeting. There we go.
We could just take a fresh start from here.
Okay. Welcome back to Getting on Topic with the fucking podcast, featuring myself, Wildfang, Mr. Galactic, Spirits, and fucking Darkwave. Jesus.
4 Horseman podcast.
Yay, we're all back together.
Yay, has been a while. Anywho, how many of you heard of Mixer?
I'm sure we all have. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's dead.
That's.
It's gonna die as of the 22nd.
R.I.P. Ninja? Question mark?
Ninja got a $30 million deal with Mixer, and then they're shut down on the 22nd. And the first thing I thought of was, Why did you pay him $30 million?
Because they thought that would be it, bro.
Nah. There's no fucking way. Especially
They thought they were investing in the biggest stream star ever. That's what they thought.
Yeah, okay. And Twitch now, Twitch is probably going another one. Same thing with YouTube. Every time I come up to compete with YouTube, YouTubers go another one.
Pretty much.
Another one. Jesus Christ.
That's why I don't know. People try to say YouTube's dead, but I feel like that's more of on that.
It's more on the if you're a small YouTuber, then yeah, it's dead.
Yeah.
Trying to get to a big YouTuber, you have to have friends. Trust me. Hence why when you start your channel, we're gonna cross promote. Because yeah.
Of course.
But
YouTube is great if you're already established.
pretty
Basically.
much. Moving on. How many of us here was getting Cyberpunk?
I definitely am.
And
I'll be getting Cyberpunk.
what about you, Mrs. Spirit?
You was probably going to get it, so I was probably going to let you play it, see how if I liked it and stuff, and try it.
Well, too bad it's delayed. Again.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
It's delayed in the same month the PS5 comes out. How ironic.
Wait, what?
It's delayed November 19th. I'm pretty sure that's when the PS5 will probably release somewhere in November.
There was a rumor recently about November 20th, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
It was holiday 2020, so.
I'm gonna skip this subject and save it for last. The next subject, Mr. Spirit, you have the floor.
Bill?
Kiss my ass.
Anyway, no, I just had a question. Because whenever I'm mostly trolling online and stuff like that, and it's apparently I'm a troll now.
Wait. When did this happen? When did this happen?
Anyway, so
You're
when I
not even,
look
what?
up,
No.
I am not a troll.
No. Okay, cool. Thought so. Because I'm like, the only troll in here is Galactic Carnage.
I said apparently that I am a troll. I was saying it to say that I'm not a troll, but other people say that I'm a troll. That's why I said that.
Oh, okay. So like Galactic is the ultimate troll in here. He's just a troll. He's trolling right now. You hear him, right? Listen.
That's not true. What?
Look at that. That's a troll right there. Okay, continue. Continue with your question.
Okay. And people just pretty much saying whenever it's the ad for the PS5 or it's the shit for, the PS5 Wi-Fi router, or if it's for the Xbox mini fridge, or Xbox TV stand, and people are like, oh, well, this system and that system, PS5, all you gotta say is that you have better exclusives and blah, blah, blah. In 2020, is that you guys like deal breaker for whether or not you want when a next gen console comes out? If it's like, well, let's see what exclusive, or is that you guys are more into the specs, or people you have more friends to play with on a certain system.
All right, I'm gonna start off with this one. I'm gonna be completely fucking honest with you. I do not, and I said this for the last podcast with Galactic, and I said this in the podcast previous with Darkwave. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn specs. I just want the game to be good or have good games. I really care about the exclusives more than anything. Hence why Nintendo, for me, is one of the greatest consoles ever. But they have to fix their online. One day they will fix it. But, like, legit, exclusives is what drives a console for me. Because I don't know. I can't have a console and have nothing to play with it. You can go. Anybody can go.
Okay.
I'm going last.
Okay. I personally, I think that with it's two things with these systems. So the first major thing is I agree 100% that exclusives are like a big deal, because I mean half these games that we're getting they're going to come down on both sides. So the way I see it is, if your side doesn't have anything to draw me in, then why am I getting you? You know what I'm saying? When I could get the other side that's more likely to have the better games that I can't play elsewhere. And then for me, it's also the fact that I believe with most people, you're going to go where your friends are regardless. So a lot of people still have Xboxes and they're diehard Xbox fans. If your friend's one of those, you're going to go with them because that's your man's. It's going to end up influencing your decision.
True.
Makes sense.
I'm going to piggyback off what he said.
Oh.
I thought you were. Everyone was quiet.
No, I was just giving myself I had to sneeze and then it didn't come out. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to piggyback off what Galactic said. For me, the number one thing is the games you present to me during your conferences. I honestly could give two shits about teraflops and 4K. Show me. I do care in some regard because I want you to be upgrade from your previous system, but that's not really the main selling point. Present to me the game that you're giving me on day one or within the first 3 months or so. And that will influence me whether I'm buying your console day one or within the near future at that. Another thing is friends also. Because if I am going to... I love Sony. I love PlayStation. But I have all the consoles. But I do love PlayStation. But if... For example, if most of my friends end up getting the Xbox Series X for whatever reason, more likely that's going to be the console I get. Because most games aren't really exclusive anymore. There are some out there, but not most. And if most of my friends are on Xbox, I know I'm going to have the most fun on Xbox. I don't want to be the only clown for PlayStation, with nothing really to do but these single-player games. So, in ways, it's about the games. I think it's more so. It's kind of a mix for me. It's kind of both. I need games, and then I need to know where the majority is going. Specs, I could give two shits about. Sure, it's nice to know that I'm getting a bigger hard drive, which we're not. Sony and Microsoft. But, it's nice to know those things. It's nice to know how powerful it is. You can kind of base off that, guess a price range, or, at least you know that it's a significant upgrade from the previous console. But ultimately, it means nothing when I have nothing to play on it, and it will just sit there being a fucking door stopper until I get a good game to play. So, I do agree with Galactic and Wildfang on that, piggybacking on them. Games and where the majority of the friends are mainly going is what basically sells a console for me.
For me... Wait, what were you about to say, Spirit?
I was just gonna say, I may actually be kind of the solo person on this. While again, I don't particularly know about specs and all that lingo and jargon and stuff like that. As long as the stuff looks good or whatever, I'm fine with it. For me though, the thing that might have me on the minority is what my friends and stuff will have. Like I started off always being a Sony girl and having something like of Nintendo, most likely always their handheld stuff. When I graduated high school, my other boyfriends, they all had Sony. At the time, I didn't have a system. So because they had Sony, I'm like, well, they already got it. I want to get the opposite thing. I can see what this system has. And that's how I got my 360. So everybody always had PlayStations and Sony. So I was like, well, I'm going to get the opposite system. And then that's how I met some of my other friends on that joint. But then I always missed having PlayStation. So I switched back over having PlayStation. If none of you guys surprisingly got the PS5, he was like, you know what? We're just going to all buy Xboxes. I will still buy a PS5 and just be like, fuck it. I'm just going to make some new friends, or I'm just going to be playing some shit with a bunch of randoms and stuff like that. And I have no problem doing that because what I want to buy, it's going to be less influence off of, or who's going to buy this, because I don't want to sit here and buy an Xbox, and I really don't want that because I'm going to get pissed off and I'm going to be like, hey, why the fuck is nobody online? Because I want to play this, I want to do this, I haven't played this game, blah, 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 and I'm going to get pissed off, and I'm going to end up buying a second system, and I don't want to do that. I have other stuff to spend my money on versus me buying $200, $500, $600, $700 systems. I'm not balling like that. So I will only buy one system, and my mind is set on the PS5. If my husband does not get it, or my friends do not get it, I'm still going to buy it. For me, it does matter when it comes to games that are exclusive because, like Galactic said, what's going to sit here and draw me in? It's like there's two coffee shops that's right beside each other. Okay, y'all sell the exact same thing, so why should I go to this shop versus why should I go into your shop versus the other shop? Oh, okay, well, we got muffins. Well, the other place has muffins too. Oh, okay, well, our muffins are blah, 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 X, Y, and Z, and this and that and that. Oh, okay, well, I guess I'll go in there.
Well,
like if the second Horizon was like, oh, we're multi-platform. If the Spider-Man game was like, yep, we're multi-platform. It's like, oh, well,
Man, that would be a huge blow to Sony.
Oh, yeah,
that
Sony
would be
would
huge.
die.
And I think it was actually also another huge blow too to them, where I don't remember what would happen and stuff like that with Square Enix. I would not have done Kingdom Hearts multi-platform.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it because it made no sense. 2, this game wasn't even granted. Yes, they still was seeing the numbers, but that was mostly people like me and Wildfang's age or whatever like that, because we waited 13 fucking years for the game. We was still in high school, waited, here it is 2020, we just now fucking playing the game, and it wasn't even that huge, many people was disappointed about it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree because I definitely wasn't buying Kingdom Hearts 3. It got announced and I was like, oh,
and I saw it was multi-platform and I was like, yep, okay, no. But having exclusives for me is very important. But the thing that I would care less about is if my friends buy it, because I'm going to buy what I want to buy.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm going to have to say, again, I'm only going to go where the exclusives are the most. Like, hell, at some point I'm going to have both the consoles. But 9 times out of 10, for me, and you guys all already know this, out of all the consoles, what's the console I play the most?
PlayStation.
Exactly. 9 times out of 10, I don't even turn my Xbox on. I turn on my PlayStation. Because it has the games that I need. I don't even need to communicate with my friends. I can just hop on and play the games. Like, hell, there was a game series called Trials of the Cold Steel, Legend of Legendary Hero. Well, it's not on Xbox. I can't play it on Xbox. So why did I buy it on Xbox? And I could be wrong. I don't know. I can double check. But yeah, can't play it on Xbox. Hold up. Trials of Cold Steel. There we go. Trials of Cold Steel. Yeah, it's only on PlayStation and Windows, but Windows isn't Xbox. All right, look, that gives me to a little tangent. Why do people keep saying the fucking Microsoft Windows is Xbox?
Because they want to have something else.
Because eventually it is going to be Xbox.
It's not. It's all right. So a game for Microsoft Windows and a game for Xbox is two completely different things. They may be on the same freaking thing, which is my PC, but like a game for Windows is literally like a game for Windows. My copy of Destiny before I converted it to the Steam version was a game for fucking Windows. So was my Diablo, and then I converted it to the Blizzard version. Like, what the fuck? I hate people so much. All of my Hybrid Dimensions is on there too. Oops. I need to kind of delete those because those are taking up so much fucking space. But yeah, moving on. Like I said, like games like that, which is an RPG, which is fucking fun. Hell, Persona 5, whatever you want to say. Tomato. Fucking, it's only for... Shut up. It's only for PlayStation. Potato, whatever. Who the fuck says potato? By the way, I just want to know. Does anybody here say potato?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like Dark Wave says potato. Anywho, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, man, I like playing my games. So obviously, if a console has all of the fucking games that I want to play, I'm gonna get it. Like I'm gonna get a Nintendo console. That's 9 times out of 10 it's gonna have the games I want to play. Granted, Nintendo recently, like I said, and I say this a million times, Nintendo needs to fix their online. Period.
Do you really think Nintendo's going to fix their online?
Fuck no.
That's a topic for another.
I will literally make that a part of the next podcast. Oh Lord. Anybody else have anything to say on this?
Nope, I think we did everything for this.
Now is the discussion that we need to fucking have, right?
Are you? Never mind.
Yeah, you shut up. Last of Us
Okay.
2. Why you gonna keep calling me a fatty? How you know I'm not lean and built?
You're not.
I look like Terry Crews. Ate Terry Crews.
Exactly.
Last of Us 2.
Go away.
I look like
Go
a
away.
black John Cena. Anywho.
So we can't see you?
Nope. Do, 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 do.
Well, I mean, if you're black, yeah, that may be. You know what? No.
No.
Sorry.
Please
sorry.
refrain from jokes like that on
I
this.
stopped myself.
Thank you.
I stopped myself.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, I'm funny.
Last of Us 2. I know we've all played and beat Last of Us 2, except for
I haven't.
Okay. Obviously, I was about to say except for Spirit. You might not cut me off next time, Chief.
No.
I hate you.
All right. So
Anywho, I know we've played it. I know we've talked to me and you. Galactic talked about it last week. We tried to remain spoiler free, but now we don't have such a convention of remaining spoiler free. We can go spoiler as all we want to. But so now let's talk about the game in great detail. I think this game is so much worse than the first one that I genuinely, honestly want to go back and play the first one. Like,
so I want to start out with our scores out of 10. I'm giving this game a 7. A 7, anywhere from a 7 to an 8.
I'm so confused.
I'm giving it a 7 as well. What was
Was
it?
it like the last one, like the best game of like the year or something like that?
The first one,
like,
yes.
From PS3, yeah. Oh yeah.
I give it an 8.
So what happened?
You're about to hear. You're about to hear.
Well, there might be ranging opinions here, but you'll hear.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm gonna have a different opinion more than anyone.
You gave it a what?
I give it an 8, just like I did the first one.
Oh.
Okay.
I definitely gave it a 7. Not because of the fucking gameplay. I gave it a 7 because of the story. The story was just all over the fucking place and stupid. And by the time I got to the end, those last 30 minutes... Huh? What were you saying?
That was a nice and long pause, but continue.
Yeah, but by the time I got to that last... I was swallowing my hamburger, bro. I wasn't trying to choke. By the time I got to...
Swallowing a big old hunk of meat, huh?
Shut up.
Okay.
God damn it. By the time I got to the last 30 minutes, I was like, this game could have been, I don't know, about an hour shorter than this. This was not necessary. But going back starting from the beginning, I didn't like how they started this story off. Like, at all. Like, I was like, they could have, I don't know, started off with the flashbacks a little bit in the beginning of this fucking game and then led us to the adventure. Because the way they did it, they started off with, going through whatever they did and then Joel's death. and then they pretty much started on a back foot with Abby, and no one likes Abby. So
I don't see why.
What do you mean you don't see why? Why do you like Abby?
I actually enjoy Allie more than Ellie.
Gameplay wise or story wise?
Both.
Nah.
Whoa.
Nah.
And I will explain why.
Gameplay wise, I think Abby was the better character because she had more shit. Obviously, she was a better fucking person to get into firefights, while Ellie was a better person to stealth. But in terms of a character, no, she really wasn't the character.
No.
The game,
no.
Yeah, the game. What I despise about the fucking game is the game kept going. Well, you're gonna feel guilty while you killed their dog and all that shit, and you're gonna feel guilty about this. This whole game could have literally been avoided, or certain parts of this game could have been avoided if both the characters made some smarter decisions, including and Joel. But why do you like Abby?
Let me just tell you that. Let me go my full thoughts on Last of Us 2.
Well, no. Before you get to why do you like Abby,
we got a sector of a piece. So we're on Abby right now.
We're on Abby, bro.
Abby?
Yeah.
Why do I like Abby over Ellie?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, to me, everything. Well, minus the stupid decisions of waste of my time. But that was pretty much the entire game with his stupid decisions. Like you said, that last 30 minutes. Honestly, I liked Abby because she felt to me more of a flushed out character than Ellie to me. I didn't mind her killing Joe. In fact, Joe fucking deserved it. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I love Joe. He was a great character, but he obviously deserved that shit. And honestly, from the time I played that game, I felt more of an attachment to Abby than Ellie. Ellie made way too many stupid decisions for me. And that last 30 minutes, like you said, was all Ellie, and that shit should have been cut out anyway.
Yeah, that should have been cut out.
But I mean, for me, I didn't mind Abby at all. I mean, she was never a bad person. Her story was completely her reasoning was justified 100%. So, I mean, I didn't really have a. I'm not saying I hate Ellie. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy Ellie, but I preferred Abby in this case in certain ways because I mean, she made less stupid fucking decisions.
She made about one less stupid decision than.
But to me, but the overall thing for me is that where everyone's complaining about her killing Joe is that my thing is she was completely fucking justified for doing so.
All right, so even if she was justified, the fucking way she did it was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. She just beat that nigga in the head with a golf club until somebody was able to finally find this nigga when she could have easily killed him. And one, because she did that, she literally got all her friends killed. She got her friends killed.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, okay. She was ignorant. She was ignorant as fuck. But hold on.
Hold on. I think the way she killed him was justified. She literally, she wanted to torture this man and beat him to death. She didn't want to make it quick and easy. It just so happened that Ellie stumbled in.
Yeah.
You know, so this story has what I like to call, the Disney syndrome, where so everything is just so happens to happen at the right time.
Yeah,
like Ellie so happened. There happened to be no guard upstairs watching the door, and they pointed.
There was
out.
a lot of plot contrivances in this fucking game that I was like, what?
You didn't have to make things that convenient, you know. Like Ellie could have found him after the fact. Or,
yeah, which would have been a lot better if she found him after the fact.
Other reasons for her to find him, you know.
You're right, and she found like a trail of who killed him.
They wanted to go full on Walking Dead and pull Negan with the baseball bat. Glenn's Joel 2.0 or Joel's Glenn 2.0.
Pretty much, you're right. But like I said, they could have did that part slightly better with Joel's death, and fucking like they could have did that way better. And then
I still have no issue with it. She beat the living shit out of that.
Yeah, she could have killed him. I don't have a problem with the killing. Let me clarify. I have a problem with what she did.
Her method
was stupid.
But it makes sense as what you would do. Like, you're going to want to torture the man.
Oh yeah, I get it. I get it, right? But the way the story was told, I wish they did it better. I just wish Ellie found a dead Joel instead of the opposite, and Tommy had to kind of point out the people that you were with. Something like Jesus.
Right, that would have been. I agree. If Tommy was your partner, and
Yes.
not that Dina's a bad partner. For
Dina
Ellie,
was a
but
terrible partner, and let me explain why. First of all,
hold on.
I'd love to hear
Before you
this.
get into Dina, I wait. Actually, no. Go get into that. I want to hear that. Hold on.
let me ask you, Spirit. In any apocalyptic world, if you were pregnant, right, would you go out into a battlefield and put yourself in danger?
No.
Thought so. All right.
Well, but sometimes you don't also have a choice. Do you have a choice?
She has a choice.
She has a choice, but yeah. The thing that is funny here is that y'all tend to forget this is typical narrative bullshit.
Which is it is the problem. That is the problem. And the
thing is,
creators of this game are like, we didn't try to make a game that's fun. We tried to make a game that you don't like. Violence is not the answer and all that shit. And then people are like, well, you had me kill like 4 dogs, and then you had me do this or that. So I don't really like the narrative. What you're trying to put out versus what's actually happening in the game is fucked up.
So for context, Spirit, and anyone that's very confused, Dina is Ellie's love interest in the game. Ellie,
Girlfriend.
and Dina are a thing. They're girlfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah. You said a couple.
In the beginning of the game, what happens is you get woken. Anyway, Ellie wakes up.
Woken up.
she wakes up, and Dina's ex, this Asian guy, I forget his name. What is his name? Jesse wakes up Ellie and is like, "Oh, go get ready." And then he starts to mention something about, "Oh, you kissed Dina last night." You know, the game starts off like that.
Yeah.
And you, after finding Joel's killer, Ellie obviously is gonna go out there. So Dina's like, "Okay, I'm going with you," knowing at the time. This is, by the way, this is completely oblivious to the players at this moment. Oh,
and Ellie
pregnant.
Yeah.
And Ellie, yes. Dina's pregnant. So we don't know she's pregnant until randomly she just starts, getting sick and having symptoms. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm pregnant." And Ellie's like, "What the fuck? Like, why are you out here? You could have been at home, like, safe. But you're out here in the dangerous fighting area where you could literally get hurt." So she became a liability.
She literally became a liability and had to stay at one spot for the rest of the fucking game, which is fucking hilarious. But I'm not gonna lie though, she did help you out with finding the set characters, but at the same time she became a liability. And the same thing on fucking Abby's side, with what's her name was clearly pregnant and was sent to the battlefield. And I was like, Abby.
Oh yeah,
you could have just said no for Mel and have Mel go the fuck home.
I don't think.
I mean, they didn't influence.
With Abby's side, I don't think she had any type of choice in that.
I know Mel did have a choice. Mel said she wanted to go.
No, Mel,
but that's not really a story aspect because they didn't hinder the story.
I know.
When it comes to,
Mel didn't hinder the story, but I wasn't saying Mel was stupid for the decision. I was just confused that Mel was like, "I'm pregnant, but I'm gonna go anyway."
Here we are with
minor.
This lady who's like definitely very pregnant. She has the baby hump and everything. She's out here in combat and
shooting and shit.
Even in my head, I was like, "This is cap." We're not having a pregnant woman. God. No, because there was a section where you had to like climb shit over fences.
Yep.
And I'm like,
I mean, there are pregnant women that still be actually bench pressing and jogging and stuff. But just because you're pregnant doesn't mean that I gotta lay my ass down for 9 months.
Nah.
But see, the thing is though, that's not even a point of the story. That's not even relevant. Like them being like a few, but I'm like, but I didn't care.
Okay, yeah, you didn't care, but after I learned that one was pregnant and the other one literally
was clearly pregnant
and chose to go. I was like, you two.
They didn't hinder me none.
Story wise, bro. Gameplay wise,
it just
bugged me, and I'm serious because there are certain times and there's certain things when a character becomes a fucking liability, and it's like,
but she wasn't a liability because she was out of my fucking way.
My dude, when literally when Abby invaded the theater,
they were a liability being my partner.
Okay,
so they wouldn't shoot motherfuckers when they were shoot.
That's true, but literally when Abby came and beat the shit out of Ellie, right? And then Dina came out of nowhere and tried to stab her. And if Dina was home, that shit would not have happened. So that was another convenience and shit.
Here's the thing.
Dina was asleep.
This part wasn't a convenience to the story.
And Ellie would be dead.
No, she wouldn't.
If Dina wasn't home, Abby would have murdered Ellie in that situation.
That would have been fine by me.
Ellie beat the shit. The thing was, Abby, she could have killed Ellie twice.
Hey,
she could have killed him twice.
I'm not gonna lie to you. One thing I did genuinely like was the boss fight with Ellie. I actually liked that fight. That was pretty fun.
Abby beat the shit.
Cool.
Oh yeah, and I'm surprised she came after her, which kind of pissed me off the second time. I was like, you left your happy fucking home to go after.
That pissed me off.
I was like, why did you do this? And then
listen. That entire 30 minutes was garbage.
Yeah, that last 30 minutes.
That last 30 minutes was trash. It didn't make sense.
It was fucking terrible.
Let me ask you this: if Tommy had came in that room and was like, "Hey, man, we found Joe's killer. Like, you get the option to go kill him," and Ellie was like, "No, I'm good." You would be fine with that as the ending of the story. Just
look,
no.
I would have been fine with more of Ellie kind of letting everybody know that she's kind of gotten over the situation, because 18 months ago she got the shit beat out of her by Abby.
And she got PTSD.
Who cares?
That's the thing. No. Because I think it's right though. This is what the people don't understand. Everyone who's complaining understand. Ellie had the moment she killed Mel.
Yeah.
I knew she wasn't going to be able to kill Abby, no matter what happened. Yeah. I knew it because at that moment, she realized that she has gone too far. She didn't know Mel was pregnant, obviously.
Yeah.
But you saw her hand shaking and all that shit. It was pretty much obvious.
Yeah,
it was obvious as day. She wasn't going to kill Abby.
It was very subtle. Yeah, it was very subtle. It was very subtle storytelling that you saw it in Ellie's face that she was not ready.
I'm gonna say this about Last of Us 2 story, and y'all may disagree. Y'all can agree. Let me start with number one. Last of Us didn't even need a sequel. Number one, it didn't need one at all.
Facts.
Okay.
It really did. It really did, in my opinion.
Listen. This is why I'm saying this. There's only two routes you go with post-apocalyptic games. There's only two stories you can tell here. You either go the Walking Dead way, or the Telltale Walking Dead, or you go this. You either go the route of the elder person dies in the first game, and now the younger person cannot accept others in her life, like Clementine. Okay, she has a problem trusting people, and that's pretty much her whole story throughout the entire series is learning to trust people.
Yeah,
or you go the other route, where the older person survives the first one, and then they die in a sequel, and the younger one goes after revenge. Those are the only two stories you can tell from a sequel to a post-apocalyptic game if you're using the same characters, because there's no reason that they should be afraid of these clickers and these things when they've been killing them for the last 7 years or so. There's no reason. It doesn't even matter to them. The story here.
That one. Nobody should be afraid of clickers and shit if you've been killing them for years. If you're using the same characters, it's not like you're fresh. That's number one. That's what people don't understand. So they chose the revenge route. Great. Two, we all agreed that Joel dying was no issue. I'm gonna say this: what happened to Joel was justified because what we did to that doctor, anyone would have done that, including Joel. I shot him in the face with a shotgun.
Nice.
So therefore, it was justified what happened to Joel. Okay. Am I saying the story was perfect? Absolutely not. The first one story wasn't groundbreaking. The second one story is not groundbreaking. We've seen this multiple times. Okay? Now, Are there issues with both characters? Yes. My issue with the game, my biggest issue with the Last of Us game is kind of I'm playing as Ellie, but now I gotta go backwards as Abby for a bit, knowing the results and knowing that everything I'm doing is kind of pointless to a certain extent. That pissed me off.
Here's what I'm gonna say about that. With Abby, I feel like they should have done something different. Now, I do not saying that I hate what they did there, but how the hell did? Can you answer me the question? How the hell did Abby figure out that Ellie killed all of her friends?
Well, she saw a map. She didn't know.
She saw a map, but everyone else.
Well, remember, she saw Tommy's face.
Yeah.
So there was no real other.
Here's the thing. Think about it. How the hell did she find where they were staying?
She saw the map.
You saw the map.
No, the map didn't say we are here though.
They had the circle around the theater. Remember, she had every arrow pointing back to one location. Remember, it was.
But it wasn't at the theater.
Yes, it was. She circled the theater where the girl was at, and every arrow was pointing to one location. Like from everywhere you went with Ellie. Yeah. Was pointing to one location. That's how she narrowed it down to the theater.
Because I have the footage of me playing the game.
Yes, those arrows are pointing to one circle in the middle of the map.
What I'm trying.
That's how she figured the theater.
What I'm trying to get at is, there's no way she could have known it was them.
Well, she knew it was Tommy. She saw his face, so she at least knew it was him.
Yeah, she did know Tommy.
Yeah, she did know Tommy. Well, I'm saying throughout her whole gameplay, there's no part where
yes.
you find she doesn't dying throughout the days. You don't know they're dying until you finally stumble across Mel.
Oh yeah,
you don't.
She wouldn't know if her other friends are dead.
You don't know. Well, when she said "killed my friend," she only meant Mel and Owen and maybe Manny. She didn't know about Nora and all the other clowns.
And that leads into my problem. That's why I was saying I feel like they should have done a story where we're playing as Abby in this group and she's slowly learning and piecing together who's doing this and finding out who's dying every day. It would have been much more interesting.
They were all spread apart, so it's kind of a... I mean, I get what you're saying, but let's face it, those other nameless faces were just that. The only people who they painted that mattered was Owen, Mel, and then eventually the other two, Lev and the other her sister. But they didn't count in Ellie's department. So the only two that really mattered was Mel and Owen, and I guess somewhat Manny. I mean, I get what you're saying, but considering they're in this like faction type thing that sends them places to place, it kind of makes sense to a certain degree. Because honestly, if everyone gets them all in one location, I would have been killed easily. There's no way she could kill Manny, Owen, Abby all in one location.
I think it would have just been more impactful to have, hey, this person died today. The next day, this person died today. Because these people were dying left and right. And she only.
They were dying. But who the only important people that she killed was Nora, and Manny died from Tommy. Ellie only really killed Nora, which at that point.
And how many surprise
of importance?
How many surprise character headshots can we get, huh?
I'm talking about all of important. That shit was hilarious. Look, Jesse and Manny was hilarious. Look,
headshots, bro.
Leonardo DiCaprio is proud right now. He's laughing his ass.
Literally, you know what actually bugged me? You know what actually legit bugged me this whole game? Was a surprise motherfucking moments where you would walk through a tunnel or something and somebody grabs you. Did anybody notice that?
That was in the first one.
30 fucking times. I noticed. But that shit happened like 30 times in this game. And I was like, dog.
It happened a lot in the first one.
Not as much as the second one, trust me. Like, literally, if I'm crawling through another tunnel, I was like, dog, by the end of this game, I was like, if I crawl through another tunnel, somebody appears on the other side and grabs me, I'm going to fuck something up.
That didn't bother me too much.
No, man, it's just the fact that it happened in excess. It's almost like they happen every fucking second.
It was every section. There was at least two.
I mean, I just acknowledged it. At some point, I just knew, okay, let me get grabbed and listen. So we could be on the subject all day.
We can be on the
polarizing game
because there's a lot of things to pick on.
I mean, there's a lot of things wrong. Listen, I don't want to make it seem like I'm praising the game and shit. There's a lot of things wrong. There's a lot of things I enjoyed. The thing with me is I have seen this type of shit play out so many times that I've seen it done way worse, much worse.
Like what?
And
yeah,
I mean, there's other movies that's done this before. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I've seen movies do this before. The revenge storyline done terribly. Everyone feels like they should be able to kill Abby. I mean, if you could add an option where you drown her or not, I mean, sure, why not? Would it make the game better? No. Not really. I didn't want to kill. I wanted to kill Abby anyway because I enjoyed Abby. Abby was justified in everything she did. Ellie was a fucking idiot. Number one. So let's not face fact. Ellie was the idiot here. She literally got left twice, and you still going after someone, and you need a severe handicap just to even beat this one.
Yeah, physically, and then like she still beats the shit out of you. It's not like she's just beating.
Exactly.
Nice.
So I would never kill Abby in the first place. By the
end of the game, Ellie wanted to score up with her. Ellie was like, "Yo, we throwing hands, bro."
Yeah, but you needed a severe handicap. But you needed a handicap just to even beat Abby. That's my whole thing. That whole 30 minutes made me that's really what kind of set Abby over Ellie for me. Because Abby let her go. She not only let the pregnant woman go, not because of Ellie, because of Lev, but she also let Ellie go, not once, but twice. And she lived a happy life, and then she leaves a happy life to go find her. Knowing, well, me, the person, knowing that you're not going to be able to kill her. You have PTSD. You're not going to be able to kill her, even if you try. And then, on top of all this, when you get to the fighting thing, Abby is so skinny, she hasn't eaten in months, basically, or so.
Yeah, I mean...
You have a severe handicap, and you still almost die. And I'm sitting here, and then, of course, the topping on the cake is you don't kill her. So you're just sitting there in the water. You go back home, and you wonder where everyone else.
Now, that's my issue with the actual ending of the story. I would have liked to see her go back to Dina. There was absolutely no reason to not...
Well, Dina said, fuck this shit.
Dina said,
fuck this shit.
I'm not going to wait for you to see if you're alive or dead. I get it. I got Dina's point of view. But at the end of the day, I was just like...
It's not satisfactory, though.
Why the fuck did you leave anyway? Like, you didn't need to leave. Like, you first of all... She concaved your face in. She broke your fucking nose. You can clearly see that she beat the shit out of you. Granted, yes, Ellie had to find her, or Abby would have died. I get it, and I'm not gonna lie. I still didn't like Abby by the end of the game. Like I hated her less because by the end of the journey, I was like, all right, I get it. And gameplay wise, I did fuck with Abby more than Ellie because of the weapons she gets. But I still didn't go, yeah, I like this character more. I actually like the characters by the end of the journey. I'm not gonna lie to you because they didn't do anything. Like at the end of the day, both the characters in this game, fucking.
It's a typical revenge story when they don't do shit.
Typical revenge story, exactly. And both of the decisions that I even said, like the decisions that both of these characters are making currently are just making me want to cut the game off. But I beat the game and was like, okay. While I did enjoy aspects of this game, especially the fact that I got to fight Ellie in a cool ass boss fight, it was just after that situation. I'm not gonna lie, the last boss fight, the last final thing when you're fighting in the water, while it was a very cool moment, it was the most pointless 30 minutes of my fucking life. That whole section was pointless as fuck.
That I can agree with. That entire section.
Yeah, that entire section was so fucking pointless and stupid.
I need you guys to move past story at this point.
Gameplay wise, it's fantastic. It was the fucking same game, except for they added.
It's the same game with the first one.
Yeah, they added proning and shit, and therefore I have no problem with the gameplay. It's just the AI was just fucking retarded at some points.
I think the certain aspects of the level design needed work. So this is part of the reason why I scored it so low. Why is it that why am I spending like 10 minutes trying to figure out where the fuck to go?
Same here.
because they decided to do what every company is doing, a somewhat sandboxy world for you to explore, which never works. That's why.
Ew.
The first one was more of a kind of narrow point A, point B, explore, hit left and right. And this one is explore up, down, left, right, in the water, and this, that, and the other.
And then
That's
I feel
pretty
like
much
for both stories, as you got towards the end, and the more puzzles they threw at you, just to like lengthen the game, and that kind of annoyed me.
That too. I'm not gonna lie to you. One point that did bug me, and I was like, why can't there ever be just a straight path to where you need to go? Why is there always we gotta cut through everything in their grandmother to get here?
a loop and around, a loop.
The regular way is somehow blocked.
Yeah, and I'm like, you can't hop
cut
this
through this building.
Like you can't. Hop this.
Now, to be fair, that's every game, so we need to criticize that for every type of game like this.
Bro, it's not
I think
all
that
games, but there are games where it's like, my nigga, oops, didn't mean to say that.
It's just this game is annoying.
Can we just hop?
Well, I think the part that I felt like that the most is when Abby fell off the building.
I
think that
did
was
not need to happen. It did not.
Granted, I get it because she's like having a fucking stroke up there. But when she legit fell, I'm like, are you fucking with? Like I said, I'm not saying the game is perfect. The only reason why I give it 8 is because honestly, it felt like the first one, and I'll be stupid. I can't give this one a lower score because it literally felt like the first one to me. I've seen this story 1,000 times in media. The character work was whatever.
That's what kills me. It doesn't feel like the first one, and I say that
like the first one to me.
It doesn't for me either. It feels like it could have been an extra to the first one.
The reason, I don't think it'd been DLC. I think this is perfect.
I said extra, not DLC, bro.
But it really feels like the first one.
What I'm saying is, like, all right, the first one had such a groundbreaking story.
No, they're not. It was a basic story.
Nah.
Survive. Oh, she has survived. She has a cure. Let's get her to get a cure. And she's gonna die. Let me save her. Done. It's a basic story. We've seen it 1,000 times.
I needed the first one. Name another thing that the first one actually is like.
Name another game that did the story of the.
Talking about in media, not just games.
I said game. We're talking about a video game, bro.
We're talking about video game.
It's a story. If you've seen as much media as I have,
Darkwave.
If you've seen as much media
as much media, you cannot. We're talking about video games, bro.
We're talking about story.
Yeah,
you've seen media, then you're desensitized by it.
That has the same type of story.
But if you've seen so much shit in your life, you're desensitized to that type of story. That's what I'm saying.
Even if you say,
hold up, what were you saying, Spirit?
All I was gonna say was because I've just been listening to you guys. I've just been doing some online shopping. And to Darkwave's thing, I will actually agree to that. Yeah, media is media. It's a story, regardless if it's video game, TV adaptation, movie, comic book. It's media. It's going to have the same story. For example, you can say the story from Pocahontas, which is that's a cartoon, that's animation, but that still has the same goddamn story as the CGI Avatar, or that still has the same story as Greedfall, which is a video game. It's all the same damn story. So
but Pokemon not the same story as Pokemon. But I actually have a point to this. What I'm saying is,
listen. I can't think off the top of my head. I cannot think of one thing that is very close to The Last of Us 1.
I also cannot either.
I'm not saying that I can find a story that's like it, but I'm just saying
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Mrs. Spirit.
I know. I've seen that shit play out. I can't think of a movie at the top of my head.
I know.
But I've seen it play out. That's what I'm saying. For me, I'm desensitized by that shit.
Okay, that's fine that you are desensitized, right? But at the same time, yes, we have multiple things with the post-apocalyptic.
Oh.
But I'm talking about the story of The Last of Us specifically, and I'm like, name something that was.
It wasn't groundbreaking. It wasn't groundbreaking. Survive the world. She has a cure. Go take her to place. That's not groundbreaking at all. How is it groundbreaking?
I didn't say it was
How
groundbreaking.
is that groundbreaking?
I think it's groundbreaking because of the choice at the end. Do you kill this character that you've been playing with this whole time, or do you not?
What choice? He didn't have a choice. He had a choice and he made a bad one. We didn't have a choice. He made a choice and he made a terrible choice, which is why he died for it.
Which is fair, but I haven't seen anything like that before. That's why I was like, it was.
What, we're making choices?
What? No.
Do I have to really, you talking about in video game or just in general? If I have to really go on my internet and type up something with that particular thing,
the very choice.
I have seen choices where you have to decide the fate of the world or one person. It has happened many times. We have seen this play out. The story isn't groundbreaking. Even with that one, even if nothing else happened that way, it's not that groundbreaking. It's very predictable. You think Joe was going to let this one woman die? No.
Did you think that was predictable? You thought.
Yes!
So honestly, from the beginning of the game, you thought, Joel's going to kill everyone in this hospital and save Ellie.
No, we didn't know where we was going. The moment we get there, and the moment they say, "Oh, she's going to die," I'm sitting here like, we're not going to let her die. Look at the relationship that he's had with her the entirety of this 20-hour game or so. There's no way Joe is going to let her die. I knew that the moment they said, or you heard the rumor whenever Joe heard about her dying. I knew he wasn't going to let her die. Now, if she did let her die, I'd have been shocked. But they didn't. That was quite predictable to me. I'm not saying the story was bad, but it was far from groundbreaking.
All right, but I'm also going to say there are not similar stories to Last of Us that are literally like that. Like
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing? Which, the movie?
The show. No, not the movie, the show.
What show?
The show that's on Netflix. That was on Netflix.
What happens in Van Helsing?
Oh, someone had a kid and all this other shit.
She was pretty much the Van Helsing's, I guess, in the bloodline and shit like that. There's bunches of office and stuff like that, but pretty much in her blood, she pretty much is the cure, and she can actually reverse people and stuff that was infected.
Okay.
Didn't one of the Terminator movies have a story where if you kill him, the world lives, and they did not kill him? Didn't one of the Terminator movies do that shit?
No.
I'm pretty sure one did.
No.
I'm pretty sure one of them did.
But like I said,
I don't know.
But the thing is, it wasn't groundbreaking to me. I'm just saying for me. I'm not saying for everybody.
I didn't say groundbreaking. He said groundbreaking. I said the story. No, I said that. I'm not saying groundbreaking, but I said it may have similar beats, but it's not 100% similar. They actually went a little different, especially when it came to their writing and the quality. Hence why I said the second one,
well, the first one
and quality was not. Hold up, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like the second one for me, especially for a lot of people, they're saying that the second one is not as good as the first one. And I've asked like 90 people already at this point. Are they gonna? And I've asked people. I work with people, and they even had a customer that they even explained his take on why the first one is better. A lot of people saying the first one is better because of not only the story, but what happens throughout the story. The second one, not gonna fucking lie to you, story is not really the greatest story, and it's the second one. Most of all, is super fucking predictable, and it just has the message of no violence. But in the gameplay wise, you're like, dog, I just murdered a dog and like a person, so you're like, I'm not really what. But there's also one thing I wanted to say, and it's actually something that's been pissing me off. Why do people keep saying Abby is a trans woman when she's clearly just a buff girl?
That's the reason why, sir. She's the buff girl, so they think she's a tranny.
She's just a buff woman. You see her titties in her sex scene when she gets pounded in the back from behind. Like, what the fuck?
Now that's a bigger question. Sorry, we can censor them. They cry a little cheek there, but we're gonna show full on sex scene.
Hey, that wasn't a full on sex scene. I don't know what you're talking about.
Everyone's tripping over that. Like, oh my god, your woman chest. Oh
yeah, you did. You did hear all the pounding though. You heard. Oh my god.
Again, people thought she was trans because she has big arms. Because people are retarded.
That was fucking funny. I was like, they was like, Abby's a trans woman. I was like, no. Abby is not a trans. Abby is a buff girl. That's it.
Look, man, ever since her father got R.I.P., she's been training for Joel, bro.
She's like, Joel.
Now, I will say this. They literally gave up on her young model. They literally put a big head on a small body. That shit made me laugh. They just gave up on that model.
Hey, that's why her young person just looks so weird, dude.
Maybe she just had a big-ass head, bro.
No, they took the adult Abby head and just put it on a small body and said, all right, go with it. That's literally what Naughty Dog said.
She was Captain America from the first movie, dog. That's exactly what happened.
Pretty much.
Oh, God.
But you know what? All I can say is this about Last of Us 2, and we can move on, or if y'all want to discuss it. It's a very polarizing thing. No one's going to have the same, I guess, opinions. Everyone's going to have their mixed opinions. My final debate verdict on it is, for me, this is just me, I did not mind Abby, at least in terms of her killing Joel and all that shit. Of course, some of the meaningless decisions that they made to basically keep the game going longer was unnecessary, but as far as her main reasons and her core main shit, I didn't mind her. Ellie, I didn't mind her per se. Her last 30 minutes actually almost killed that fucking game because it was completely pointless, and the game should have ended actually right after she said, let me see you again. I was never pressed about The Last of Us anyway. It felt like the first one to me. I felt the same when playing this one, just me. I give them both an 8, and I continue it, and it's a 1 and done for me. Never to be played again.
Not gonna lie. Wow. It is a 1 and done, but I'm not gonna lie. Half the characters I did not like in this fucking game. So therefore, for me going through this fucking game and the first one again, I can genuinely tell you that the first one is a superior product in terms of the story, but in terms of the gameplay, both of the games have retarded AI, and both the games are very similar in terms of that aspect, except for the second one does have proning and a lot more weapons, so you can kind of live past the apocalypse. Granted, that did kind of make it pointless when it came to clickers and shit, because at this point you have nothing to fear with a clicker versus the first one where it's like, oh my god, you have to sneak past these because it will fucking kill you.
Unless you're Abby and you just didn't make shivs 75% of the way through the game.
And you just had a fucking shotgun with flame ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I had a shotgun with flame ammo. I did not give a fuck about a clicker. I was like, oh, it's a clicker. Bow! Dead. Hunter joint. Bow! Dead.
I saved all my shotgun incendiary ammo for like...
Well, that's the perks of being a sequel.
Fucking flame Molotov cocktails. Dead. Like, I fuck clickers up. I didn't die from a clicker. Except that giant piece of shit that she fought. I don't know what the fuck that thing was, but it snapped my neck like 3 times. It snapped my neck like 3 times. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you.
Oh no, I beat the flames out of that guy. The hunting pistol with Abby or whatever it's called.
Hunting pistol. Oh, shit was broken when you powered it all the way up. But
I'd even power it up. It was just broken.
I powered that shit up. That and the shotgun fully powered up. This shit was broken. But like, end of the day, I gave that shit a 7, and I will review it on the channel as soon as we're done moving and everything. I will review it, and obviously you know the score now, but honestly, when I talk about the review, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm going to just,
so we're all pretty much in agreement on most things. Our scores are pretty much all the same.
It's a 2 out of 10. Fuck you. Anyway,
piggybacking off of the Last of Us topic, how did you guys hear about Kojima?
Wait, it was his fault that he left because he was sabotaging Metal Gear Solid 5, and technically he kind of started Metal Gear Solid 5, and
that's not at all where I was going with this. He's been flaming Last of Us 2 on social media recently.
The fuck is he saying?
You can pull it up, but it's a thing. He's been making fun of the game. And I was like, after UPS Simulator, you did
Ayo, hold the fuck up. I know this motherfucker is not talking about Last of Us. When this motherfucker made a game so fucking bad that I named it one of the worst games of 2019. AKA the UPS Simulator known as I'm going to go look at his tweets. I'm not even going to continue.
Yeah, man, it's like a big story right now. A lot of people.
This motherfucker said, "No, that's the first Last of Us."
No, you talking about Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. What the fuck? He didn't say anything.
He did. I found it.
What did he say?
15. The choice of the game reflects the quality of its player. Maybe it also suits you more. P.S. Choice words. He said boring as shit.
Oh shit!
He said some things about the game.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
I like how he says boring, but yet your game is literally walking for 25 or 70 hours just walking.
Holy
shit! I think
the
boring comment was in response to someone. I think someone said that, and then he responded, but I don't know. He threw shade at the game.
This man throws shade at a game that he had. Last of Us 2 is better than Death Stranding. Don't get me fucking wrong. I'd rather play Last of Us 2 again than fucking Death Stranding. I know this motherfucker is not talking about babe. Look, listen. When they train UPS people, you have to play Death Stranding. That's exactly what you got to do. They literally give you a copy of Death Stranding.
Is that the game where you walked into the room and then gave me a package and said, "All right, hold on to this," walked away, and then came back and picked up the package?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was yeah. But
yeah. Okay. So what happened was somebody I guess made a comment and they said boring as shit about I guess his game, and then he responded. Thank you.
He responded because his game was boring as shit?
He responded with, the player's choice of game reflects the quality of the player. Maybe it suits you more. P.S. Also the choice of words. Basically, he was saying, well, you chose a shitty game to support, so what does that say about you?
Damn. I know he ain't talking, though, with his shitty-ass game.
UPS simulator.
People fucking argue me down. Death Stranding isn't a bad game. Death Stranding isn't even a good game. What is good about Death Stranding? It's an experience. An experience does not make a game good. It makes a game fucking stupid. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't see this, man. This was very, very recent.
You said what, Spirit?
I said, well, there's farming and airplane simulators and train simulators, so there should be a UPS delivery simulator.
They might as well call it UPS delivery simulator. Instead, it's called Death Stranding, and it's about the bridges and then the walls and the BTs.
Why are you? Well, no, Bill Cosby's are allowed on this.
No, I have to do this. It's okay. I won't do Bill Cosby. So I'm gonna make a game about bridges, and I'm gonna make it about the United States of America. And every city is called Not City in some type of ways. So we got the West and the East Not City. Then we got Texas Not City, or whatever the fuck is called. United States of America. You have to travel to all 50 states. But whatever, I'm not gonna get mad about Death Stranding anymore. Anywho, moving on, because I'm gonna stay here forever.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, because that game pisses me off. I'm sorry. You have to travel to all 50 states by walking. You have to travel You have to travel from DC.
Sir.
DC to Cali.
Hey, yeah. Sir.
Yes.
Moving on.
Okay. Let's talk about WWE, guys. How are you guys doing? Have y'all liked WWE lately?
Thank you, Taker.
Hell no.
Fuck that.
Oh, that's probably gonna get worse too, because Paul Heyman got fired. So
Paul Heyman got fired?
He got demoted.
Oh,
his role means nothing anymore.
You said fired, man. Don't say fired.
Excuse me. Demoted.
He got demoted to the point where he has no creative control anymore. That's what she's getting at.
Okay, because she said fired. I was like, are you Are you trying to ruin your company? Or... Oh, okay. Whatever. How did you guys feel about his demotion?
Fuck Paul.
We need to start with a more important subject.
Sammy Guevara got suspended. Do you think it was the right thing or the wrong thing? He's indefinitely suspended. He also apologized on YouTube. So,
what happened now?
I mean,
Sammy Guevara.
It was
4 years ago
in 2016 that he said when he went and saw Sasha Banks performing, he was like, "Oh my God, she's so good! Like I would like just rape her." Blah 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 blah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm actually going to stay out of this topic. I'm actually going to stay off this one.
I'll say this. It was retarded for what he said. It was stupid what he said. Him being suspended is the right thing for them to do. But you live, you learn. Hopefully he gets better. And I don't think that he deserves to be fired. Everyone says stupid shit.
No. See, listen. I mean, I don't think he deserves to be fired for saying it, but never in your life ever should the words "I will rape that female."
Well, that's what I said. It was a stupid thing. It was a stupid thing for him to say. Even though I know what he means, it was stupid for him to say.
Man, it's just,
and he should never. He should never have said it.
Yeah, it's just like what JD did.
Them suspending him for a while is the right thing to do. Him and Sasha owned up to it. I'm sure him and Sasha, spoke. I'm pretty sure she forgave him. It's stupid. Everyone says stupid shit, whether not public or public. He
public or private.
His lesson. I hope it doesn't. Yeah, public or private. Thank you. He learned his lesson. I hope. Yeah, well, it was 4 years ago. So by now he's learned his. He's apologized about 1 billion times. Some mother came out and gave some. People ever since that report, about 3 different people have shared positive stories about Sammy Guevara, saying that it was retarded. A dumb thing he said he should never have said, but they spoke positively of him. I'm not agreeing with what he said. I don't condone what he said. What AEW did was right. He deserves another chance, and it's over. It's done. His situation is probably the least of all the situations that's going on right now in this Speak Out movement.
What?
So therefore, you've not been seeing all the things that's been happening with Velveteen Dream, Marty Scurll, Jack Gallagher, Travis Banks.
Oh, listen, bro.
Listen. What Sammy did is like on a scale compared to them. Compared to everyone else, what Sammy did is like a 2 compared to what everyone else has been accused of. So, in my opinion, Sammy is fine. In my opinion,
it goes past the wrestling world with this movement. People on YouTube are getting hit too. So,
oh yeah, Angry Joe got one, but Angry Joe's a little bit kind of. I have to do more research on the Angry Joe situation, but like legit though, I'm gonna honestly say that they did the right thing by suspending him for a little bit. But if he gets fired off of it, I'm gonna be like, bro. Everybody and their grandmother that he talked to, he apologized. It was a comment from more than 4 years ago. It's okay.
I'm the one who scoured the internet to find it.
People really have to find things.
Find shit from way back when. So people,
like when,
but like I said,
just like when Kevin Hart made a gay joke almost 10 years ago, and people were trying to ban him from saying this, and he was like, "The fuck." Like, come on, guys. Sometimes you gotta let shit go, especially if a person grows as a person.
Well, you can't say shit in this society nowadays. So I mean,
everyone's butthurt.
You can't say anything. You say something. You could probably say, "Oh, I ride a bike backwards," and someone will take that as a fucking gay joke or something in 2020 nowadays. So who knows, man? You can't say shit anymore. It's best just to not say anything at all at this point. And then when you don't say anything at all, like AJ Styles just doesn't say anything, you get shit on for that too. So I mean,
yeah, apparently AJ Styles is racist because he didn't say anything.
I could never write with my left hand. Well, what the fuck you got against lefties? Spirit hates lefties. Like, okay.
Yeah, like you can't even not say anything. It's like people are pissed at AJ Styles. He didn't say anything. It's like, does the man have to speak out on this? Maybe he just doesn't have. Maybe he doesn't have it. Maybe he can't articulate the words, which is best for him. If you can't say it, because in today's world, if you can't say it properly,
don't say nothing.
Well, if you can't word it to a way where people aren't going to sit here and mistaking your words, just don't say shit at all. And a lot of people don't even pay attention to that shit. So, I mean, it's best sometimes you look at, ask Jackson Riker, he'll tell you, it's best not to say shit at all.
Speaking of, he's on the topics.
Ask Big Cass. I'm a Trump supporter, and I'm no longer liking you.
So, speaking of Riker, what exactly happened with him? Because
he pretty much said something about, basically, in so many words, he said in a way he is a Trump supporter because he was in the military and all this shit. I'm pretty sure what he typed is not what he probably was trying to say.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's what he said, and this is why you haven't seen the Forgotten Sons on TV. This is why people, if you've seen anything about him, he's been shit on all day. He's a Trump supporter, which, I mean, if someone's a Trump supporter, it's, I don't see how, but if someone's a Trump supporter, that's just what they are.
Which kind of bugs me. And look, I'm not a Trump supporter. I could care less about that guy. I could care less about anybody, right? But if that's his belief, why are we punishing him for his belief?
Well, can you say something about the looting and stuff? It's like, people don't understand. This man was in the fucking military. He doesn't understand.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And like, what he said, I mean, it wasn't necessarily the right nor wrong thing, but what people understand is, and it was stupid what he said and the way he kind of said, but like everything, the way you say is misconstrued. But what people fail to realize is this man was in the military, so all the looting and the rioting is happening. He doesn't stand, he doesn't stand for that.
Yeah.
So obviously he's going to speak out. He's going to speak out now. But in today's world, you're not going to be looked at as that. You're going to be looked at as an asshole. And then the way he kind of said it just didn't sound good at all. So it made him sound like an idiot. The way he worded it, knowing that who he is or where he comes from, I kind of understood what he's saying. It's like, okay, you're the Trump supporter. So.
If I can also recall, it was also because he tried to plug in like his little never forgotten, the little forgotten.
Yeah, he tried to add his gimmick
to it. Get the fuck out of here.
He said,
yeah, there you go.
So this was June 1st. Thankful for the POTUS we have. God bless America. Built of freedom, forgotten no more. So, okay. So, of course, the Forgotten Sons gimmick, their gimmick is like right wing. They dress like they about to have some AK-47s and all that type of shit or whatever. And even Wish for calling Kevin Owens completely got on him. He was like, all right, so pretty much going off of what they said, that way I don't construe nothing. Kevin Owens said, the freedom you speak of entitles you to speak your mind all you want. I'm not here to argue that. I just really need to tell you that I think you're pushing your shitty wrestling catchphrases as all of this is happening. It's absolutely fucking pathetic. King Ricochet said, I get you're a bad guy on TV, and I'm hoping that that's all this is. Even then, that ain't it. But if this is actually your true thoughts, I'm really sad. Because, of course, this is during the time when, more of the riots and stuff like that and everything that was going on, that are, I'm going to say are, regardless of how I feel about it, try not to get as political in my opinions. Our POTUS was not pretty much stepping up to the plate and handling the things that he needed to do and everything properly. So, of course, people took offense to that, saying, okay, what a great leader and shit we have. And it's like, great leader, my ass, out of all the shit, George Floyd and all the shit that's going on and everything's burning and there's also a pandemic and all this other stuff. And during this movement and stuff, and yet our president has not come out and said nothing, done nothing. But yeah, we have a great POTUS. So that's where people pretty much was saying, like, yo, I hope that this is an angle or a shoot or whatever, because you are a heel. But even still, this is still completely not the time to sit here and be doing it. Like, even if somebody like Baron Corbin, who was also a fucking heel, was to come out and say some stupid shit, everybody would be like, yeah, bro, you a heel, but this not it. No.
Yeah, he putting his gimmick behind the.
This is exactly.
I mean, he's doing something that would have fly in the old school that is not going to fly now, unfortunately. and thus he is off TV, and thus the Forgotten Sons are probably gonna get repackaged. Like I said, it was a stupid thing for him to say, but again, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where it's like you kind of gotta, as much as I'm a blunt human being and stuff, you as a person, you kind of gotta understand the situation, and you need to understand what works in the world and what doesn't. And if he had done that back in the 80s or 90s, he would probably been like, under the radar. But the fact that it's now in this day and time, it's not the proper time for him to be doing it. And thus, because of that, he is basically he ain't been fired. He didn't do anything that's fireable, but, he's off TV. So
yeah, anything that gets people heat and stuff that's like this, because it's not going to be good. Because I guarantee you, if they was to put him out, Gus, if they was to put him on TV, everybody was like, oh, okay, so yeah, this just adds more and more to Vince racism and towards black people because blah, 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 and that. They're doing the best option by just keeping them off TV. So hopefully the heat and shit like that dies down and then just bring them back or repackage them and then bring them back. But
he probably won't be with the group anymore.
Yeah, he probably won't be with the group anymore because even their teammates, I forgot the other dude's name, he was like, bruh, we cool or whatever like that in the ring. I love working with this guy and stuff like that. But his opinions is his own. I got mine. That's shit he said. He pretty much was just like, yo, I had nothing to do with this shit. I got my own opinions. That's on him. That's all on him. That's literally what he said in shorter layman terms. He got his own mouth in mind. He said what he said, and I ain't had nothing to do with that.
Yeah. So basically, that's the whole Jackson Riker thing. Nothing like no allegations. Just basically what happens when you open your mouth and you don't say the proper and right thing. Fuck up. And that's exactly what happened with Mr. Riker, and that's into the Forgotten Sons push. So they had no choice but to.
So now the Forgotten Sons are screwed, is what you're saying.
Well, he's screwed. They may get repackaged, but Jackson Riker is screwed for a while because they gotta keep the flame. They gotta keep the flames down. Like I said, it was a stupid thing for him to tie his gimmick to this. Like I said, that probably would have worked back in another time of the world, but in today's time, especially, you gotta learn to cut that shit out. And he said something, and it was stupid, and he should never have said it. And thus, sometimes it's just best to keep your mouth shut, like AJ Styles is tend to done, and people still shit on him for that.
No, apparently CM Punk, and this is why CM Punk is starting to kind of piss me off. CM Punk apparently thinks that man is racist.
Well, they've never gotten along. That's
CM Punk is also a clout chaser.
Yeah, CM Punk is actually starting to blow me.
CM Punk is a troll, so he's a troll. He's always been a troll ever since because Punk. The thing with Punk, and I still like Punk. And I still respect him for certain things. For him speaking out. On the actual things that goes on. But Punk in this mindset is a very much a troll, especially now because he thinks he's the biggest thing that could happen to in pro wrestling, which is a hit and miss. I'm not saying he is. That's subjective to many people. Mm-hmm. So he basically just trolls at this point, and I mean that's Punk. So I kind of ignore certain things he said. I don't know if AJ, AJ, if he's that way or not. I haven't gotten any, I've never heard anyone else say anything bad about AJ, in that way, but, I mean, who knows, man. They've never liked each other, they've never liked each other, or Punk never liked them, whichever it is. But that's just how that works.
No, that makes sense, but like I said, I'm not gonna call you racist if you don't speak on something. There's things that bug me, and there's things that fucking piss me off, and that's one of the things to piss me off. Like, yo, why are you getting mad at somebody for not speaking out? Which is a good thing because if he's not
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Like Darkwave. Remember what we said when it came to JD in the situation where it was like, okay, don't you have a platform, kind of make sure your followers stop attacking people.
Right.
This motherfucker CM Punk said this one thing this one time and got like 50 people saying, well, AJ Styles is racist. And I'm like, AJ Styles is not racist. Just because he's not, like you just look at that shit and look at the comment after he said he was racist. You got fucking people saying, oh no, he is racist. He's not saying that. He'd rather just, talk about his own podcast and his own gaming channel. I'm like, AJ Styles isn't racist. AJ Styles is just a smart dude. Like, you don't have
He's
to
just saying to himself. Like, yeah, I agree. He's just saying to himself.
I hate that shit. Like, I really do. Like, leave the man alone.
That's the world that we're coming from. That's the world we live in.
I think the people that was saying that, it was a meme that I remember seeing when everything, earlier in the month, stuff like that, and it pretty much says, hey silent white friends, your silence pretty much says it all. And I had to reread it and I had to think about it. And granted, so looking at certain things, and it was the whole Blackout Tuesday and whatnot, and I scroll through my feed, and of course I see it could be that and it's not something that I'm sitting here angry about. It could be that they just don't understand, or they don't know exactly, like how with AJ Styles, they'd rather be silent than be like this one dog food company that pretty much was trying to be all like the whole tie in the Black Lives Matter joint to like one of their new products, and then people legit tore them a whole fucking new one where the president of the damn company had to get on and be like, yo, we apologize, I'm so sorry, blah blah blah, and this and that. Would you all rather AJ say something and then it's the wrong fucking thing and then he has to go back and be like, okay, I am sorry, I tried to do blah blah blah, versus him trying to process, or him just still sitting here thinking about? And just because somebody doesn't put something on social media or sit here in statements or all this other kind of stuff or whatever like that, like what Pete Dunne, like I really appreciate what Pete Dunne did, the proceeds and stuff like that him and his organization did. That was awesome. We get that. I do understand. I understand why people are angry. They're like, okay, well, why my white friends not saying nothing about this, whole movement or whatever like that? Like, you claim I'm your friend or X, Y, and Z, but you're not saying nothing against X, blah, blah, blah. They also need to process and stuff like that, because it's not something, and I don't think that AJ Styles is racist. And of course, ignoring the whole jokes that I make about AJ's hair and whatever like that and all that other kind of stuff, AJ, to me, does not come off as somebody that I will see as kind of like, granted, that's just me seeing him at TV and stuff like that. But certain people, you can kind of be like, like Randy Orton. For some reason, people give Randy Orton the pass. I don't understand that. I really don't know why. But people are angry at AJ Styles for actually not saying anything. I'm so confused by everything. And yeah, I know, often you're so tired of me bringing this up or talking about it, but I just don't understand how Randy Orton completely got a damn pass from using the N-word, but AJ Styles doesn't say anything or whatever like that, and people are calling him racist.
Well, unfortunately.
Does that make any... Something in the pot is missing. That's like me on here pretty much saying, the equivalent, white racist word or whatever like that, the C word, and just literally like, oops, ha, 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 ha. And you're like, oh, well, it's Spirit. It's Spirit. She didn't mean it. She's just tipsy. Ha, 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 ha. And Wild Fang doesn't say nothing when there's like a bunch of lynchness on white people. Oh, Wild Fang's racist. He didn't speak out. Blah, 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 this and that. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
You know why Randy got away with what he did? Because no one called him out on it. No one of importance said anything. I mean, honestly, the only reason why people get called out on stuff is when someone of important, like, someone of name value, says something about that person. Like, if CM Punk didn't say shit about AJ Styles, no one would have gave a shit. But because CM Punk said something about AJ, everyone cares about. But no one says shit about Randy.
Oh, even the important people was giving him a pass, because even JD was like, oh, well, look, guys, he could have had one too many to drink and blah, blah, blah. That means that liquor makes you have lips. That means
even JD than nobody, though, unfortunately.
That means said, well, you know what I mean? Somebody that has a higher platform and stuff like that. So liquor makes you have loose lips. That means that, guess what? When he's not on the bottle, he says this shit all the time. That's what that means. That just didn't help the argument right there at all. But I digress.
Well, like I said, no one of actual, like, I'm not saying that he was right, but I'm saying the reason why he's not been called out on it or no one's really bringing it up is because no one in his company said anything. No one of major name value said anything. And most likely probably didn't give a shit. Cause I don't know why, but... He
was suspended. WWE didn't issue nothing, didn't say nothing, do nothing. Nope, there you go. Fuck it.
Well,
who cares?
I mean, no one came out on it, so not one, not actor, not celebrity, not wrestler. So unless it's something that is like it could be multiple things. I don't know. It wasn't right for him to say that. I mean, it's not right for really any race to say it personally. But I mean, why did no one call him out on that? You know what he said. But I don't know. Maybe. I mean, again, no one. Only reason why people calling out Styles is because CM Punk said something. If Punk didn't say shit about AJ Styles, no one would have called out AJ Styles, and that's just the reality of it. Like, no one called out. If like Ricochet called out Orton or someone like that called out Orton would have got shit on too. But because no one called him out on it, it's like water under a bridge for Orton. Not that it makes sense, because it doesn't, but that's just reality. That's just facts.
But then it just makes sense that because that they're able to call out AJ because we know AJ is a fantastic wrestler, but it doesn't because that, it's Randy Orton, so we're going to just let him slide because...
Well, then, because CM Punk said something. If Punk never said anything, no one would have said shit.
Exactly.
Well, that's the whole thing. If Punk didn't say anything.
Point that you said, like if Ricochet or somebody, now that's somebody that's low as hell on the totem pole or whatever like that. What's the reason why Randy Orton was not called out was because he of his goddamn pull and his goddamn influence versus AJ Styles.
Well, no, I mean anyone could have called. I mean, I'm sure many of people heard the clip were all over Twitter. Any person could. It didn't have to be a wrestler. Any person of name could have called Orton out on it. The problem is no one did. That's what I'm saying. Like, no one called Orton out on it at all. Like, not one person in the world even gave a shit. Mainly because at this point, most people probably think at this point Randy Orton is a goddamn troll who doesn't give a shit about what you think or what he says. So probably people just didn't give a shit. I'm not saying it's right, but I mean, that's the main difference. Like, if Oprah Winfrey called out Orton for it, Orton would have been fucking shit on by the entire community. Just like how AJ Styles is being shit on for just not saying, a fucking paragraph or so of words. It's perception. Perception is the biggest thing on this. Perception is the biggest thing on this planet. And in today's world, with this situation, in certain situations, if no one really brings it out or says anything about it, no one's gonna. The people on social media aren't gonna give a shit. It takes someone of name to say something about someone before people attack, because they have to have a reason to attack. They gotta have their justification to attack. It's like the whole JD situation. They need Alexa Bliss to kind of come out there and pretty much tell her fans to attack before they could attack JD, because they needed that perception, they needed that justification. No one did that for Randy, so they can't do that, because how would they even, they would look stupid, because they would just get ignored, because they're one person in a billion, So it's all about who says what, and no one called out Orton for his shit. No one of importance anyway, so he got away with it. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks was smart about her thing. She didn't send her fans to attack Sammy Guevara. She did that shit right then and there because she knows her power on social media, something that a lot of people do not know. CM Punk, Alexa Bliss, like they don't know their power on social media.
Like I agreed with what people were saying about JD, but attacking his parents is a little different.
You can say what you want, but you can attack someone if you want. But when you attack someone, you can say that they're wrong and they're disgusting. You can say that because that's just a fact, a factual statement or something, depending on the situation. But when you attack even him, if you give him death threats or if you give his parents death threats, that's going too far. You can't get that. But that's because Alexa Bliss does not know her power on social media. She doesn't know that she has a bunch of fucking stands out there that legitimately, would do anything for her. And that's what the problem. And that's what we and Wildfang discussed before. I agree with what JD said. No, but Alexa Bliss is no better in that situation. You basically set your fans to attack this man. And they end up giving death threats to people who had nothing to do with it, which is his own family, which is never right. I don't give a shit what anyone says. You don't attack a person's family because of what that one individual did. You shouldn't even attack the other individual. You can call him out on it, but never attack in a way of, I wish you dead, or you should do this, or, hang your, nothing like that, because that just makes you just as bad. Actually, that makes you worse than the person that's, that you're supposed to be shitting on. It makes you 10 times worse in every sense of the word. So it's just perspective. In a way, it's just how the world works. CM Punk will say one thing, and all his legions of fans attack. And CM Punk knows his power of social media, but CM Punk's a fucking troll. Yeah. So, he's probably a bigger troll than Randy Orton at this point. So, But
all right, moving on, because we're going to talk to this the rest of our lives. One quick thing. How do you guys feel about Seth Rollins trying to kill Rey Mysterio's son? That whole storyline.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
You just finding that hilarious?
Hilarious. The Monday Night Messiah.
All right. Final subject of the night. How do we feel about Dolph Ziggler being next up for the title?
Retarded.
I think it brings the problem that I said.
And I'm not talking about the character. I'm just talking about not the person. I'm talking about creative. Retarded creative.
Okay.
Well, it brings the problem that I said last week that they don't have any heels. They're not building up people on the show and stuff like that. So then you have to sit here and just go dust off people. Like, who the fuck else is in here? Oh, okay. And then the thing that's stupid is that they don't even have a tag team division yet. Dolph clearly is now on Raw. And he said him and his tag team partner. So it's like, oh, okay. So anybody could just be like, yeah, I want a championship because I'm a heel. I'm just a championship. Fuck my tag team partner. I'm gonna just go for singles and shit this time. So all right, buddy, you just stay back or whatever. And then yeah, but they don't have anybody because then you had to have Bobby fucking Lashley. Thank God, Jinder Mahal, and I hope nobody takes this out of context that he is going to be out, so we don't get Jinder versus Drew. But then that's how you end up getting Seth Rollins put into that position because it's like, well, who the fuck else? Even though he fucking lost to Kevin Owens, so he should be in the back of the fucking line. Then you bring fucking Dolph Ziggler, so it's like, what the fuck was he doing? He was just doing that whole storyline shit with the Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville shit, but now he on Raw. Okay, does anybody seriously think that Dolph Ziggler is going to beat Drew McIntyre? If you do, you're fucking idiot. If you do, you're a fucking idiot.
I think Drew McIntyre is going to lose to Dolph Ziggler.
You are a fucking idiot.
Galactic, what were you saying?
I wasn't saying anything.
No, I thought she was saying something before she went on her rant when I said something about Dolph Ziggler being the next opponent for Drew McIntyre.
Oh, you just got alongside is all.
Because who the fuck is going to be after Dolph Ziggler? You going to rematch Bobby Lashley again?
No,
God, no. Oh, God, no. No.
Brock Lesnar or Randy Orton.
Brock is done. Probably
no,
Randy.
He's back for SummerSlam.
Probably Randy.
I mean, Randy's the only one who deserves it.
No,
He's the
but
only one who deserves it.
Randy just rehashed his whole legend killer stick, so no.
There's no legends, man. I don't want to. There's no legends.
Oldberg.
No.
He's done.
Galactic. Galactic. I swear on everything that is Dark Souls, man. You are speaking something into existence that we do not need to see. Sorry.
It's gonna happen.
If we watch a Goldberg versus Randy Orton,
I swear to God, if I see Goldberg versus Randy Orton, man,
lowest net. Oh my God. You know what? That may actually be perfect. That may actually be perfect for Goldberg because Randy Orton is slow and methodical. So that would be perfect pacing for him because you know he loses his goddamn breath just by walking to the fucking ring.
I don't care. I don't want to see it at all. I don't want to see Goldberg in my ring ever again for what he did. Okay?
Wait, what did he do?
That whole Bray Wyatt shit. I don't want to see him ever again in my ring. No.
Him as a person, not even the wrestler. First of all, I was never even a fan of Goldberg fan, but him as a person, I cannot stand him. He is what's wrong with WWE. He is what's completely wrong. But you not sitting here standing up and sitting there saying, you know what? Nah, Vince, I don't think I'm just sitting here and win. Yeah, I want some sweet Saudi money, but I don't think I should win the title and blah, 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 blah. For you not standing up because, I want to see my son and the kids want to see me. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Damn. It was funny because Macaulay Culkin was like, yeah, I'm canceling my ticket now. And then Ricky Goldberg was like, good nerd.
But what makes me mad about the worst, what pisses me off most about it is they did it all for Roman. Just so Roman doesn't get booed at Mania, which inevitably didn't even
that would have been the worst Mania ever.
Like, Roman's not even here. Roman's not even here.
Yeah, he rolled out because he doesn't. He has. He
was like the smartest person right now, though.
Yeah, the man said it's easy for me to get the virus. No.
Well, not even so bad. Well, his wife. She just had twins. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go home. I'm going home.
Yeah, not even
that. And
it's the same reason why Bray Wyatt is out for it. He's like, yeah, JoJo just had a baby. I'm gonna go ahead and go home.
He also like the smartest person right now because WWE is like messed up terribly right now by the virus. So Roman Reigns is like the smartest person right now in the world.
And Sami Zayn.
I mean, which we call it get coronavirus twice. Somebody from the PC got coronavirus. Renee Young got corona. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm staying home and come to work and possibly get sick. I already have a compromised immune system, and my wife just had No, silly bitch.
So, I think Dave Meltzer said someone may have got the virus that a storyline may not can continue without. So that means someone of the Rollins storyline may have gotten it. He's like the only person. That's the only story that can be stopped by someone being sick because you actually need Rollins, Mysterio, and his crew.
Move that. Move.
We don't know. We don't know who.
We'll see, but at the end of the day, I hope and pray to God Vince kind of gets a brain and kind of shuts that shit down for a little bit because he's been opening up too fast, too quickly, and trying his best to get money. And I'm like, Vince.
Well, the country has, in general, and which is actually reported too, that Texas bars and stuff like that are now closing back up because of these current spikes. And same thing with Florida. Isn't that a surprise?
No.
Do we have anything else to talk about with the WWE?
No, unless you want to add something else because we're about to be done.
Yeah, my phone.
I just picked up real quick. So the guy that plays Cleveland on Family Guy.
Yeah,
he's done.
He came out. He's done. He feels a black person should play the character. How do you feel about this? I'm all for it.
It's a little bit too late.
It's just way too fucking late at this point.
It's way too late, but kudos to you.
Someone else did that too today, actually. Some woman came out and said she think a black person to play a character, which I don't know. I mean, I'm indifferent on that.
Like, wow, he actually came out and said a black person should play Cleveland, and I'm like, I think it's too late. You already kind of did the voice for years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we're getting this whole now. I mean, I get it, but
well, it's because companies and people and places are acting like black people are brand new. Apparently.
Yeah, Hank, the person who played Carl in The Simpsons, will also step down.
yeah. So does that mean that a black man should stop voicing a character if it's white or Asian or something like an anime or something? Should
No, because we would have so many characters that are just not the same anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but what from what I'm gathering is that if the black man plays I believe there have been black people that voice white characters. That means they should step down because the white man should be voicing them, right? I mean, is that what I'm hearing here?
And I have a question about that too, because you do realize that women also voice men. So are we all only just doing race, or are we doing also sexual orientation? Because
you got to do it all. If this is the case, you got to do it all. That means Bart Simpson's voice actress needs to step down. That means
wait. Also, hold up. You know, he also plays Herbert Consuela as well, and I'm like, he should probably get a Spanish person to play Consuela at this point.
Did you know that the person that played Tommy Pickles in the Rugrats, that was a female?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what's her name?
Isn't that the girl that does Timmy Turner, or am I mistaken?
Yeah.
No. That's the great Lizzie.
No, it's not. But Timmy Turner, certain characters, it's like, okay, that is a female. Whoopsie.
The one with Ed Daly or E.G. DeLaley or something. She played Buttercup in Powerpuff Girls. That's who Tommy is. Yeah, Buttercup.
Oh. Yeah.
But I'm like, so we're going
on. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
I just I don't agree with that whole I'm gonna stop being a voice because it's then you're opening up floodgates that don't need to be opened.
Right.
So I mean, every anime character needs to be voiced by Asian people. I want y'all to understand this. Every anime character needs to be voiced by a Japanese male and or female.
Family Guy came out January 31st, 1999. It is now June 26th, 2020. My dude.
That too. It's just a PR thing. Everyone's trying to look good now.
Sir. Okay, cool. I understand where you're coming from, but yeah, like you just said, it's no. You're doing PR stuff now. It's just a little too late.
Everyone's doing PR. The gaming company was doing it with their stopping stuff. Everyone's doing PR now. It's becoming a mess.
It's a mess now.
Yeah, it's actually starting to become bad.
With certain companies, you can definitely tell that it was genuine. Like with Sony, I can definitely tell that was genuine.
Wait, you said that what Spirit?
Sony.
Oh yeah.
Sony.
Yeah.
You can tell that they were genuine.
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry's literally coming out. Fuck the police. Well, Ben and Jerry's has always been like that. The Nickelodeon.
Sweaty balls.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. The story that came out about Triple H and how he was almost damn near to tears in the backstage talking about it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I heard about that.
And then other companies are just like, okay, really, okay.
And then Aleister Black, gee, man.
What did Aleister Black say?
That was a painful video to watch. He was bawling.
He was pretty much in tears when he was talking about when he gave out his statement about Black Lives Matter and stuff. He was tearing up. He didn't bawl out. But he was obviously tearing up, sniffling and all that. Very heartfelt video that he did.
Oh shit. Well, like I said, man, you need to. People. You can kind of tell who's really not racist and who's not with this bullshit. But you can tell Vince is not one of those people. Kind of tell that guy's racist as fuck. He was probably laughing when he heard "I can't breathe." Ha! That's funny. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, probably 10 years from now, he'll probably go and have a storyline for that.
Wow. I think Vince will die at that point. He will legit get
Wow.
shot.
And don't be surprised. You'll see that. You'll see some dude getting a little black guy, black wrestler, getting a knee pressed into his neck and shit. And then it's like, oh, I can't breathe. And then you just see Vince walking. Huh? What's up, nigga? You good? Can't breathe, nigga. Okay.
Hell, what in the fuck is happening right now?
This is the exact last 50 minutes of this podcast is, hey, this is not on the Galactic Channel. Never gonna be on.
I mean, he said it.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, he did say, keep it up, my nigga. He did say that.
He said it right in front. But I guess Booker T didn't have an issue if he was right in front of him. So I don't know how that went. I don't even know. I would love to know how that went down. I want to know how that went down. Like I want to know like the backstage on.
He ain't tell no Booker T that was about to happen. He ain't tell that.
He just like, yeah, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna say something. That's probably all he said, and then that's why Booker T looked confused AF. He ain't tell him that. Even John said, what?
Okay.
Keep it up.
All right, I'm gonna cut this off. Of course, there'll be no podcast for a little bit. We are moving, so yeah, no, we got to get everything set up before I even
start. A hiatus?
Yes.
Well,
same thing with the channels.
It sounded like the Galactic Channel might.
What are y'all moving to now?
Might start. Let's not give out that information on the podcast.
Yeah.
Wait. Who don't do what?
Not you. Are we still streaming?
Yes. So I'm letting everyone know that yes, we're going to be taking a little break while we're in the process of changing up our lives.
Wave. Sorry,
yeah, I was about to say Darkwave said, you know.
He said, "Where are you moving?" I
thought we were off. That's why I said that.
Oh no, not yet. So yeah, we'll be out on hiatus for a little bit. Galactic, if you want to take over, you can. I don't give a fuck. Anywho, and I hope
the
you
Galactic
guys.
Carnage channel is starting maybe next week.
Yeah, it's gonna have a bunch of LGBT stuff on it.
No,
like Japanese prisons.
And pregnant was up.
We went 2 or 3 podcasts about Japanese prison rape. I was trying to keep the streak.
Nah.
You said it one time, a long time ago on the podcast, and it's never went away.
You got to talk about it, bro, because we had a conversation, bro. Like you see people with Ryu headbands. As soon as somebody dropped the soap, it's just like Nani, Shinku, Hadouken, and all right. Anybody else have anything else to say? I'm saying bye.
Bye.
All right, man. See you guys after a while. This will be on Spotify and then YouTube, obviously. Same order. Check the website. The website will also be down. Blah, blah, blah. Bye. Every day.